Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. This is a YouTube channel about cross stitch where I share all the projects I've been working on, if I have any finishes occasionally, and any haul that I've bought. So welcome. If you're new here, thank you. There's been a little bit of a bump in subscribers. I do believe that's because I've had a couple of shout outs, so welcome. And if you're returning, thank you for sticking by me and my ramblings about what I stitch and what I buy. It's been 3 weeks since my last video, and I've not stitched as much as I would have hoped. Life, busy, things happen. But I do have a finish and I do have some progress on a couple of new starts, which is really good. I have some haul, I have a giveaway winner, and I've also got another giveaway. Today is Tuesday the 18th of July. We again have some nice weather. It's been very, very mixed. The last week, 10 days, it's been really mixed, and I know globally the weather is quite challenging for some people, but not here in the west of Scotland. Here in the west of Scotland, we've had a little bit of rain and now a little bit of sunshine, but it's not tremendously warm, but it's still nice and it's summer. So let us kick off with what I have. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is my finish. This was a new start. I just decided I want to go for it and do it. I picked it up, I think, on one of the stash unload sites, and it's this one here. It's a Lizzie Kate. I really liked it. I liked obviously the sentiment of it, but I got it with the buttons, and then yeah, I just decided to stitch it and I got it finished, and here is my finish. So this is stitched on summer khaki, 32 count, so Belfast 2/2, using all the called for over dies. It's not particularly big. Let me see, what does it say here? It's 84 by 96. That's probably why I've managed to comfortably finish it. And I did add the buttons. You can see them on top of the parcel, in the middle here, and then up at the top. They were all part of the chart, so that was my complete this time. Not sure fully finishing, have no idea. I have got really slack on the fully finishes. I've got piles of stuff finished stitching, which is great. It's great that I've done it, but yeah, I've not really got round to organising the finishing. Hopefully soon. Today's the 18th of July, and I've kind of loved the whole notion of kind of Christmas in July, but I had great big lofty plans of what I was going to do, and unfortunately, yeah, they didn't come. It didn't happen. Stuff happens, life. So I didn't really get as much stitching in as I'd hoped, but I got this finished. Really loved stitching it. That's it there if you're interested. Still available. I've seen it on 123 Stitch. Yeah, didn't take tremendously long to stitch. So that was my first finish, or that was my only finish for this video, but I wanted to show you, because I've kept this little kind of stitchy bag, this project bag, with the threads in it from that project and the fabric, the summer khaki, because I think I want to stitch this little stocking on it, which is the it's the Darling Whimsy design. This is the quirky Quaker stocking. So that's that one. And I think I'm just going to use these from the same colour palette. And that's upside down. That's a sign of the kind of day I've had. I've had a very busy day. Work. What can I say? It's a necessary evil. Work is a necessary evil until either I retire, which will not be anytime soon because of my cross-stitch addiction, or I win the lottery, which is also highly unlikely because I don't play it. So yeah, work kind of kicked my butt today, but never mind, it is what it is. So yeah, I've kind of kept this little project bag with these in it. My plan is to try and do a few more Christmas pieces, but yeah, we'll see. So what else have I stitched on? I showed you this the last time I was here. Oh, now this is not a good sign. Who knows? Oh, the needle's there, that's good. I do leave my needles in. I'd like to say I'm organised and I don't, but I do. And you may remember I showed you this Christmas elf. So this is from Mirabilia. This is the Fairy Holiday Collection #1. And this is the Christmas elf fairy. I showed you it last time. My plan was, I don't even think that's focusing. My plan was that I wanted to start it for Christmas in July, which I have done, which is great. But I've got a lot still to do on it. But I would like to try and get this one finished as well so that I can display it at Christmas with the Lizzie Kate one. So this is my progress. And I'm stitching this on 32 count gingerbread by Picture This Plus, and this is even weave, and it's really quite washed out. It is, you can see it's very gingerbread. It does look like gingerbread. So that's my progress so far. I wanted to try and get her face in and to work on her dress. I'm not sure I'm happy with the kind of variegation in this bit. I might pull that out and redo it. I'll see how it looks. But I've stitched a fair bit on it, and that's my progress so far. I've seen this finished quite a few times on Instagram. It looks absolutely fabulous. I can't wait to get her all finished, and there's still quite a lot of stitching to do. It's done on, it's done with over dies, and that's the over dies. And we've also got some beads. There's Krynic, which I'm going to swap out for Petite Treasure Braid, which I think I showed last week. And I did explain that Arts and Designs have a nice conversion of Krynic to Petite Treasure Braid if you prefer working on that. And somebody did ask me about the Petite Treasure Braid, so let me just show you again. This is the Krynic, this is the called for Krynic. And these are the Petite Treasure Braid that I chose, maybe, to replace that Krynic with. So there you go. Not exact, but it's enough. So yeah, so for the person who was asking me, it's Petite Treasure Braid. I think it's quite widely available. I find it just a little bit easier to use than the Krynics. Not that I can't use the Krynic, but I prefer the Petite Treasure Braid. I don't know if anybody heard there, but a packet of beads has escaped and they're now on the floor. And you know, by the time I finish and I clear up, I'll have forgotten which project the beads came from. Hold please, and I get them. So then I'm not left bemused as to where my beads have gone. So that was the other project that I worked on. I also started another Christmas project, but well, it's kind of more winter I think than Christmas, but there is a story to go with this one. So this is the project here. It's the Winter Sampler by Crocette Gogo. I'm doing this as part of a start along, although Michelle may well have hers finished before I've made any great progress. With the lovely Michelle from Mama Loves You GB. She also started it, but I have a story because nothing is ever simple in my world. So I showed you the last time my plan was to stitch it on, what's the called for? I think the called for is, let me just check. Oh, the called for is definitely Vintage Country Mocha. 36 count, I think it was. And I got it and I started it and I was not happy at all with what was happening. It was just not good. So first of all, I tried it with 2 strands, then I tried it with 1 strand, and it was not happening. So by that point I was a little bit cheesed off with the project, so I decided I'm just going to go and do it on 32 count. Went to my stash, my extensive stash, and I didn't have a piece of 32 count vintage country mocha big enough. So then I ordered a piece. So then it came, and then I could finally get started. But by that point, mentally, I'd kind of had enough of this top corner, which is where I had started. And I thought, I'm not doing the top corner. I've kind of had enough. And I went for a middle start. And this is what I've done so far. It is not impressive at all. But I'm at a place now where I feel quite comfortable picking it up and working away on it. I'll repeat, this is a start along for me. I do not know when I'll get it finished. It's a big sampler. It's not small. But I really do like it. And I like it on the vintage country mocha. I just was having a terrible time with the 36 count for whatever reason. So my plan is, once I finish my Quaker for this month, I'm going to try and get a good few days on this. Not that I think I'm a super fast stitcher, I'm not. But I will try and get some more stitches in this done. And it would be nice just to plod it along till Christmas, and we'll see how far we get with it. But if you want to join in, because as I say, Michelle's also stitching it and she's got much further than me. The hashtag is Winter Sampler in July. I'll include it below. You've still got plenty of time to get it and to start stitching along with us. It's stitched in DMC, and as I say, the called for fabric is vintage country mocha, 36 count, but mine's 32. Because for whatever reason, the 36 count just was not good for me for whatever reason. And I don't know, because I think part of it was because I started with white. So maybe I should have started with a colour, but I didn't. So mine is now on 32 count. Okay. And what else have I been stitching in the last 3 weeks? Of course, it's Quaker time. I'm not finished my Quaker for July, unlike Stuart. Well done, Stuart. You did yours in supersonic time. I have been working on the July Quaker. And if you're new here, then I do one a month. That was my plan in January, to do the monthly Quaker, one a month for the whole year. And then at the end of the year, I'll have all 12 completed. And so far, I have kept up. I am just saying it's the 18th and I'm not finished yet, and I still have quite a bit to do. So this is stitched on light top Murano it is, yep. And this is as far as I've gotten on this Quaker. So there you can see I still have quite a bit to do. That was quite a big motif in the middle. But I have 3 left. I have Quaker here, a bit of a Quaker here, and a bit of a Quaker here. So I still have 3 more designs to do, or motifs to do. So I still have quite a bit to go. I'm hoping within the next week. I can't promise though, and the reason I can't promise is it's my birthday this weekend. So I don't imagine there'll be a lot of stitching getting done, but that's my progress so far on July Quaker, and I'm not going to let this beat me. I will finish it before the end of the month. I do still have not quite 2 weeks, but still have quite a bit of time, so I need to try and get it finished. But that's my progress so far. I've not even looked at August. But yeah, so if you're doing any of these Quakers, if you want to do one of them and join in, or if you're doing all of them, if you can make sure you use the hashtag so we can kind of see how everyone's progress is. It's oh my goodness, Year of Quakers 2023. I think that's what the hashtag is. I will include it in the description box below. So that's my progress on July Quaker. I'm okay, and I'm aware that it's already the 18th and I'm not finished, but I'm okay with it. I really am okay with it. And if I keep telling myself that, then maybe it'll become true. But yeah, my July Quaker. These are not they're not small, but they're not tremendously big. 79 by like 115, but yeah. I've got easily distracted by the Christmas stitch, and that's the problem. I really just want to stitch Christmas at the moment, but I know I can't. And that is all the projects that I've stitched on in the last 3 weeks. Well, that was quick. This will be a quick video. So what else has been happening? I obviously have purchases. Let's talk about purchases. I don't have a lot. I've been quite good, I think. I think I've been quite good. First thing, let's talk about, I got my threads of the month from Tommy and Lily Creations, and these are a real rainbow of colours. These are lovely. You know, I'm in the monthly club. You get 10 skeins of threads. I love them. They vary greatly in their kind of colour saturation and their variegation. I wonder if I can show you. Where's my board? If you look at these two, I think you can see that there's quite a lot of variegation in these ones. And then there's some of the other ones where the colour saturation is quite solid. So in my opinion, it's a good mix. I don't know if that's really showing. But yeah, so they came in, which I was really happy about. And I also are part of the fabric of the month for West Green Loft yarns. That's their kind of little how it's packaged, and then it tells you. So this one is called Liberty, and that's the fabric of the month for July, and this is a 36 count fat quarter. I'll show you. It's maybe a bit bright outside, but it's almost like a chambray blue. Love it. I really like it. Really pleased. And there's a kind of very subtle kind of mottling in these hand-dyed fabrics, and that's obviously what we all look for in the hand-dyed. So that came in, again, really pleased with that. And then I purchased a hank of silk, but there is a reason for that. So what will I show you? I'll show you the silk first, then I'll show you the charts. So this was the silk here. It's really quite... It's more vibrant than that. It's kind of getting a bit blown out. Yeah. So this is by Mrs. Sedas. I don't know if anyone's familiar with them. I've bought from her in the past. And this colour is copper. I wonder if that's a bit better. So it's not really copper as we would imagine, but it's got kind of hints of copper in it. I really liked it. The silk feels lovely. And my plan was to stitch it using this colour of fabric, and this is the Svarga pre-cut. Excuse the noise, but just I bought a couple of fat quarters of this because I thought that might be quite nice. And the chart that I had in mind, or there's two charts I kind of got in mind for them. And again, you'll not be surprised. It's actually two long dogs. The first one is called the Tolkien. And obviously I'm attracted to the Quaker designs. And the second one was Quaker Dozen. So those are the two long dog samplers that I've purchased with, I think, the intention of doing them as companion pieces on this fabric with this silk. The white that you can see is just how the hank is tied up. So I don't want you thinking that you're going to get the... So I bought 2 packs of the Edinburgh linen. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. I've never done a long dog. I watched Mama Bear Stitchery. I don't know if anybody watches her, and she's just finished a long dog, and I was just really blown away by it. It looked lovely, and I like the idea of maybe starting a bigger project. I have lots of small projects, but I'm wondering if that's maybe I want to start a larger project. So I bought 2 of them just so that I had 2, and I think that's the silk I want to use for these 2 long dogs. I'm not sure, but while I was ordering from Mrs. Sedas, and I believe it comes from Spain, I decided that I would take her 2 smaller skeins of her silk, and these were the other 2 that I chose. One is called Love and one is called Peacock. The reason I chose these colours is that these are also available in the hank, and I just wanted to see what they would be like, because they may well be other ones I would want to use. So the kind of red orangey one is called Love, and then obviously the blue one is called Peacock. So they're just like the little skeins. So I got them because I wanted to see what they would be like, and then I got a freebie. She sent me a freebie, which I'll just show you, and this is called Pippa. Let me just take that bit away so you can see it. So it's highly variegated, but that was the freebie that she sent me. So I ordered the hank, and then that's the 3 skeins, smaller skeins that I got. So these, as I say, I ordered them because I wondered if they were the right kind of colours for other kind of larger pieces. I wasn't sure. So that was what I did. Other charts I've ordered. I have the Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio, and I decided I wanted to get Holiday Quaker. So I purchased that one. I'm not sure about what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. The called for fabric is Dapple, which I think I might try and get a hold of if I can get a piece big enough. But I might make it more, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, but I've seen it stitched up on some great fabrics, so I wanted to get that one. I also bought Quaker Virtues by Bygone Stitches. This is huge, and to be fair, I didn't realise really how large it is. It's 400 by 320. Watch, I'm just going to have a quick drink. It's lovely, and I've just seen it stitched up. I'm trying to think who it was. If I remember who it was, I'll add it in the description box, because it is a lovely piece, but this could well be a retirement piece. There's a lot going on there, but I'm glad to have it. And as I say, it's 400 by 320, so it's big. And because I can't get enough Quakers for whatever reason, I also purchased this one here, which is Quaker Bee. And I've already got it kind of kitted up with the threads, so there's a chance this will be a start. But I'm thinking I might do this on blue fabric. I think the blue might look quite nice as a little bit of variation in the colour palette. That's what I'm thinking, I'm not sure. And finally what I purchased was this Barbara Anna. I think I got this from Patchwork Rabbit. It was while I was stitching on the Lizzie Kate. I really liked that kind of feel, and then I thought I would get this one. So I'm sure it was Patchwork Rabbit I bought it from, but I've not started it yet, not even kitted it up. Don't have any of the threads or anything, but I can see here that it uses a couple of the DMC colour variations, which I've not used, so that might be quite interesting to see how they are. But it's just really cute. How cute is that Santa? Really, really cute. So that was the last chart that I purchased. Let's talk about giveaway winners. So in my last video, I had been kindly gifted a couple of charts from Arts and Designs, and These are beautiful new Bella Filipina designs. Absolutely gorgeous. The tail of that mermaid, in my opinion, is pretty spectacular. So I did a random comment picker, and the winner is Christine George. So Christine, if you can get in contact with me either by email or by a message on Instagram's equally good, and you give me your postal address, I'll get this little mermaid in the post to you and you can get stitching. So yeah, and I do have a giveaway for this week. Oh, I've got one other purchase. One other purchase I almost forgot there. I don't know if you've watched me before, you'll have noticed, or I mentioned that I had purchased some thread drops from the lovely Charly feathers. So she had done a few other ones. The previous ones that I had ordered were the gel, how had she done it? It was jelly paint almost. But she was doing some lovely ones that were made in card, like fancy papers. So this is what I have chosen. You can have a look. I'll not go through them all individually. But I needed some thread drops because of my hank of silk. I think I want to put them on thread drops, and then I decided, and I don't normally buy, well, I have done, I've bought everything at some point I suppose, but she did little kind of thread bling, and I really liked that one of the little bird. So I ordered that as well, and they came, which is great. So I just need to work out how I'm going to tackle that hank, I think, and what's the best way for maybe unraveling it and getting it all onto skeins for starting. So yeah, giveaway. So I have a giveaway for this time. These were charts which were gifted to me by a viewer, and she sent me a big bundle, and I have this chart and I have it started, and that's as far as I've gotten with it. But it's the lovely Laurie Holt that does it, Flea Market Flowers, and it's really, really nice. And I don't know why I've not finished mine. I've probably done about 3 or 4 squares. I do think part of my problem is I struggled with the chart, reading the chart, but as I look at it now, it's super clear, so I don't know what my problem was. But yeah, I'm going to give away this chart. I'll throw in some threads with it as well. Maybe you can use them in the chart. But if you're interested in winning this, if you can use the word flower, or wait a minute, use the word flowers with an S. So flowers, because it is Flea Market Flowers. So use the word flowers in your comment, and I'll do a random comment picker at my next video in a few weeks' time. It's the usual. Please don't use the word giveaway or prize. Please be over 18 so that you can give me your address, and I'll get it posted. I'll post internationally, it doesn't matter, it's fine. But yeah, if you're interested, use the word flowers and I'll get this in the mail to you. I think that's all. I think that's all I've got for you. This was short. That's quite nice. I don't really have much of a life update. I have been back at the hospital since I last seen you, and I have another hospital appointment. I have 2 now in August, one with the orthopaedic consultant and one with the vascular consultant, to see if we can just get this wound on my leg to heal up. That's really the situation. I'm feeling fine, there's no problems, it's all good. Things with my dad are just about on an even keel. What I would say, if anybody was watching the news, at least here in the UK, was there was a big kind of news of, or announcement of, dementia and Alzheimer's treatment, a new drug that's going through trials at the moment, which all sounds very positive, and I would like to think that it will be very positive. Maybe not for my dad, but maybe for some future people who suffer from the disease. So that was quite good actually. It was good to see what they were discussing, and a little bit more information about how the build-up of the proteins on the nerve endings is what causes it, and if they can somehow get a drug to reduce that, then it can be far more positive for people. So yeah, that was quite encouraging, but we don't have much change in his situation, and at the moment we've been through quite an emotional time, so it's not always been the best for him. Oh, I know what I had to show. I knew there was something else. I received some happy mail. Next week, or the weekend, is my birthday, and very kindly from my lovely friend Melanie, she sent me this lovely kit from Bothy Threads, which arrived just the other day there. And also in the packet was this lovely needle minder. Oh, hold please. Yeah, this lovely needle minder. So thank you, Melanie. I know I've already thanked you, but thank again. It's really nice. It was such a surprise to receive it. So yeah, I got some stitchy gifts for my birthday. Let me think. I think that was all. Things are fine with my dad. Even keel at the moment. Even keel, so we'll see. Unlike my Powell that's next to me, it looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. But yeah, so I think that's all. Please enter the giveaway. Thank you for all your comments, likes, subscribes. It's all really appreciated. Everyone who's shouted me out. Kind of knew that was going to happen. Everyone who's shouted me out was really appreciated. And I'll see you in a few weeks' time. I hope you're all okay, wherever you are. Weather's not too bad, or it's good, however you view it. And I'll see you all in a few weeks' time. Bye now.